3rd, 2015, there's been pictures of a dead child washed up in a Turkish beach, going crazy on the media today. Like, this image has finally penetrated all the protective layers that the general population have put around them to ignore the horrors on this planet. This one image. Cameron David is talking about it. Sturgeon Nicola is talking about it. So the politicians are in on the game. They're talking about how bad it is. Some of them are, in my mind, feigning, oh yes, we couldn't help but be moved. Yeah, whilst you sit and support a system that created it in the first place. The politicians that are speaking today, the platitudes, they are the ones that maintain the system, maintain the divisions. They are the ones that create the borders and create you separate from somebody else. Previously, the news media was saying they were refugees or immigrants. They want to come to our country for a better way of life. But by goodness, of course they would. They're being killed, persecuted, and they're living in terrible conditions. There's parents who have lost a little child. So they were willing to get on that boat or however that kid ended up dead to risk a better life. And you think they're doing that for the benefits, the dole. If you think that, you're not paying attention enough. But today's a positive story in a way. Positive that because you have now seen an horrific image, and it is rightly horrific, that has went through your layers of defence. So you can now see you can now see the horrors on this planet for what they are. Even just for this 12-hour, 24-hour window till you go back to watching Big Brother and doing whatever. Who knows? Big Brother, pick another TV show. There are better ways of organising, and you can't look to the politicians for the solution because the politicians are the problem. They maintain the illusion of this system. They maintain the borders. They maintain you divided from somebody else. They maintain their own little world. Bodies washing up on the shores of Europe. It's only Europe in a notional sense. There's nothing that nature said that this is Europe. It's a boundary. A boundary was meant to keep the economic interests of those who run Europe meant to look after the economic interests of those who run Europe. It's not about your economic interests. They don't give a damn about you. If they could make profit without you, they would. Otherwise the Syrian people wouldn't be here. They can make a profit without the Syrian people. That's why they're dying in the water. Their children are dying because they don't need them. Okay, so you're in a lucky position where you might be slightly needed just now. Well done. But as long as you're divided, as long as you think you're different from French or Spanish or Italian or Irish or Syrian, as long as you're divided, this war, death, will easily happen again. So if you don't want to see any more pictures of dead children, if you don't want to see any more war, if you don't want to have any more degradation and horrendous scenes on your planet, then you need to start thinking about better. You need to start building better. You can't wait for the politicians to fix this because they are partly the problem. Obviously, they maintain the system. They teach you to vote. If your votes made any difference, would you be voting for a system that allowed children to be washed up on a beach? If you voted for this guy, or if you voted for this system, you put your faith that somehow they can fix problems. And obviously they can't. And they haven't. I'd argue that they don't actually have any need or want to fix those problems. Because their problems are only economic ones. They don't actually care about you. But you care about you and you care about your fellow human. If you try a little, then you understand your humanity. So it's time for you and me to build better. And we can. We'll never have to have a system where a child washes up dead on a beach. How can, you know that's not acceptable. I know that's not acceptable. We don't need it on our planet. So let's just get rid of it, eh? Let's just build better. Destroy the divisions. Boost the unity. And the first stage of that, unfortunately, is a rather painful journey for you. Personally for you. Because you need to go through the pain of working out that this system is anti-you. Anything you get in this life you have to fight for. Struggle. But doesn't have to be the way. That's how you're taught it has to be. Like borders, countries, they don't have to exist. But it's what you're taught to believe. This one dead child on a beach is a result of your beliefs. Your belief. Because you believe in a system. You believe in the system that creates the conditions that allow this to happen. You advocate? No. Abdicate. Yes, you abdicate your responsibility for making it better by voting for the leaders. And the leaders who don't care. So they don't give a damn if one person's dead. One person dead to them is nothing. They've started world wars. They have declared war on Germany. Fuck off! How many more times are you going to have your humanity abused by them before you say, oh, really? We've put you in place and what you've done is basically just murder us. Or not care when we got murdered. It's no longer acceptable, people. Dead humans on beaches is not acceptable. Dead children washed up on sandbanks is not acceptable. I would expand the list to war, famine, poverty, homelessness, but that's just me. So come on, let's build better. Let's get rid of the people who are killing you or don't care if you're killed. And build a better way. Because you can do it. We can do it. Come on, do it.